Today, we will continue with our practical scalping strategies from real trade executions. I'll cover supply and demand-based trading executions, quality of market structure breaks, and how to identify weak market structure breaks, risks of sniper tradings. Finally, I'll talk about the time frames for swing and day trading or scalping, and how you can combine high time frames and low time frames. If you're ready, let's start. I would like to welcome our newcomers. We continue our free price action course. You just need to follow this playlist because I teach everything in order, one by one. Think about building blocks. We are getting stronger and stronger every day. However, we have so many subjects to cover in this price action course. You have to be watching every single video to understand all these concepts. And please start with paper trading. Do not use real money. Only use small amounts if you wish to. Practice for a couple of months because there are like 30 other price action concepts that I did not teach you yet. Now, let's see our examples of scalping trades. I'll quickly cover a couple of trades that I recently took. Let's start with a high time frame analysis, which is 15 minutes. You already have a great knowledge about price action concepts. I don't even need to tell you to identify market structure breaks anymore. The break happens strongly. This is a high quality MSP. This is what I like to see. It is so fast. It leaves pumping and large candlesticks behind. It leaves imbalance areas behind. Imbalance is the most important thing. There is not much red bars during the pump. There are strong closing points above the MSP. This is a high quality MSP. This is one of my ideal market structure breaks. And this giant red candlestick is our order block. As I said in the order block video, some traders take the order block candlestick as a whole, some others with the body. There is no rule about it. What I see is everybody has a different way of understanding order blocks. Please watch other YouTube videos as well and get an understanding from other people about order blocks. Now you can see the imbalance. If you ask me what is more important, imbalance or order block, my answer would be imbalance. I always care more about imbalances rather than order blocks because I notice that when price enters a large imbalance area, it gets ready for a reaction. I prefer the imbalance to be fully filled. However, it does not have to be fully filled all the time because the price is very close to my area of demand. This is good enough for me. This is why we open low time frames and confirm the entries with micro MSP and imbalances. Now, I set the alarm over the demand zone and wait for it. Finally, I can open the low time frame and wait for a micro MSP and entry zone. Okay, let's see the low time frame with a 2 minutes chart. I'll talk about my entry, I'll talk about ideal entries, I'll talk about stop losses. Now, do you see the imbalance here? The moment price entered my entry zone and partially filled this little imbalance, I waited for a reversal structure. As you can see here, this little red candlestick, pin bar-like or hammer-like structure, I waited for the next green candle as my entry point. In this trade, I trusted this mini imbalance. Ideal stop losses are usually under the entry zone and the deepest lower low or higher high or under the order block candlestick. But if the zone is too big, it is not possible. Way too much risk and a small return. For this trade, my stop loss was under this weak area because I'm okay with being stopped out. As a target point, my eyes search for other imbalance points like this. But again, there's no certainty price will reach those points. I usually start taking profits after 20-30% gain, unless I see a clear target, and move my stop loss above my entry to secure the profits and have a zero risk trade. 20% gain is a lot of money, believe me. Just imagine you are doing it 1-2 times a day. Let's talk about the ideal entry and stop loss. Of course, the ideal entry would be 7-step quality checkpoints. Price reaches the OB area. There should be a very big and nice imbalance. My ideal stop loss would be under the deepest lower low. My ideal target would be filling all these imbalances. That would be the perfect trade. I decided to take profit from the 4-hour mid-range here. If I'm scalping, I open 4 hours and day mid-ranges as well for my key level indicator for possible targets. Just keep checking the imbalances. Imbalances are the key most of the time for entries and targets. Okay, let's talk about this lovely example. These are the kinds of market structure breaks that I would like to see. It is so fast. It leaves dumping and large candlesticks behind. It leaves imbalance areas behind. There's not many green bars during the fall. There are strong closing points below the MSB. Strong and usable one. As you can see, our green candlestick starts the movement. This is our order block. There are multiple imbalances that I care about more than order blocks. Now again, ideally, I would like the price reach to supply zone. However, many times you will see that price comes so close to this zone and reverses the trend. You have to check each low time frames like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to see the clearest price action structure with imbalances. I find the best quality structure with the 2 minutes. Again, what do you see here? Very strong market structure break. It is so fast. It leaves large candlesticks behind. It leaves imbalance areas behind. There's not many green bars during the fall. There are strong closing points below the MSB, a high quality MSB. The moment price enters my entry zone and touches into this imbalance, I said to myself, this is it. Right after this hammer pin bar-like structure, I decided to take the trade. My idea was again the same. It touched the imbalance zone. My stop loss area is above this wick. I like taking small risks and I do not want to lose so much money. However, if the price was reaching my mini order block supply area, I would place my stop loss above the entry zone. As I said, when I scalp 1-minute charts, I do not use risk-reward system all the time if I am late. How about my target? I targeted the closest untouched imbalance area. As you can see, this one. I made 30% here because that's my main aim. 30-40% if I'm scalping 1-minute charts. However, if I see more clear structures, I would keep it until 100% or more. The last example is this. This was a riskier trade than normal. You're gonna ask why. The first reason is that market structure break is kind of weak, as you can see. So many wicks here. No proper and long candlesticks under the break. This is what I do not like. Secondly, imbalance areas are so small. Do not get me wrong, even small imbalances work well. But I like large and powerful imbalances. And price struggled a lot to break the market structure. These are little signs that you should be aware of. This special pattern is also called Quasimodo pattern, which I'll talk about later in the course. Let's check the 1 minute time frame. If a green candlestick is so small like this, like a doji, it's quite insignificant. You can take the order block area with the previous candlestick. Order blocks can be a confusing matter. Many traders have so many other methods to identify order blocks. Secondly, this imbalance. I like that. I waited for it to be filled or touched and waited for a reversal structure like this pin bar. And took my entry with the next red bearish candlestick. My target was this large imbalance area, which could act as micro demand. By the way, never trade random market structure breaks and order blocks in the low time frames like 1-2 minutes without proper high time frame supply and demand areas. Let's see what would happen if you snipe this trade from the order block instead of going low time frames to trade it. You see the price pierce through the order block. This is why I usually go into low time frames to confirm micro MSB and enter a zone with imbalances. I do snipe from the order block time to time. I just reduce my risk or use low amounts of cash. Why did this happen? Because this was not a quality price action setup. The high time frame MSB was not a high quality one. Finally, let's talk about this trading timetable, where you can combine high time frames and low time frames together. These are my estimated time frames. You can create your own time intervals after backtesting financial securities. Using this table is quite simple. With high time frames, you should identify major supply and demand areas like order blocks, market structure breaks, big and nice imbalance zones. You simply identify critical trading points and set close alarms to those points. With low time frames, you open it when your alarm triggers. The first thing you should do is identify strong and high quality micro market structure breaks and entry zones. Always think about 7 quality checkpoints, and especially imbalances. Imbalances are the key. Okay folks, we did a lot today. Thank you for joining me with this free price action and scalping course. I hope I can help you in your trading life to be more successful. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a like for me. Take care and see you soon.